Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Joy from She Speaks Too. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe. Today's video is going to be a ride along to Barnesville. And I didn't go to Barnesville for any ordinary reason. I was sent on a mission. So that is why I came up with this video. The title is Liberians Need to Stop Lying to Their Family Members Abroad. Now, this is not to say that I believe that every Liberian lies to their family members abroad, but I keep hearing stories of people sending money for their family members to help them build, for their family members to buy land, for their family members to start businesses. And it turns out that those things are not done with the money. The intended purpose of the money is never carried out. So I was contacted by a lady, and I'm just going to call her Mary. Mary has lived in the United States for a very long time. All her siblings are in the United States. Mary has some cousins that are in Liberia. And because of the choices the parents made, Mary has been able to enjoy a different type of life because of the choices her mother and father made with her education, taking care of her. Mary has been privileged enough to live a certain kind of life. Well, Mary has some first cousins, and because of the choices those parents made of her first cousins, they have not enjoyed those privileges. So they're in Liberia and basically, hand to mouth, they're suffering. So they have duped Mary and her family out of money before. And so they kind of stopped dealing with these cousins. We're going to call the cousin Johnny Boy. So Mary's family has dealt with Johnny Boy and his family. Johnny Boy lives in Liberia. Mary and Johnny Boy are first cousins. Mary decides to help Johnny Boy. They duped her and her family out of money, so she's kind of stopped dealing with them. One day, a couple of years ago, Mary wakes up and she says, you know what? They've done that to me in the past, but who knows, had they been raised the way that I was raised, maybe their lives would have turned out differently. And she felt that God put it on her heart that she needs to start helping this family again. So I believe it's quarterly that Mary sends money to Johnny Boy in Liberia, her first cousin. And then she started paying his children's tuition. His children were not going to a very good school, and Mary decided to put them in this city, the best school that she could. Started paying their tuition. She gave Johnny Boy money to start a business. We haven't seen that business yet. Anyway, so she started paying for the last couple of years for Johnny Boy's children to go to school. Like I said, Mary is in America. She has enjoyed a different type of life. Her cousins have not. Her cousins are in Liberia. They have duped her out of money before, but she decided from the kindness of her heart that she was going to start helping them again. Listen now. So she put his children, Johnny's boy children, in a good school, even gave Johnny Boy money. He said he wanted to start a business. That way he can start being self-sufficient. Okay, let's go from there. Mary wakes up one day and she just feels like they're starting to lie to her again. So that's how I was contacted to go to Barnesville and find out if these children are indeed enrolled in school, because Mary is sending tuition money. And this is a very good school for Barnesville. Very, very good school. So she's been sending tuition money. She's been paying her tuition for about 2 years. So that is how I got involved. Mary asked me and I said yes, because guess what? I don't have anything to do. You have a mission for me to do, I will go. So that's how I went to Barnesville. So this is a ride along to Barnesville. After I take you on the ride along, I will tell you what I discovered. But I want you to start thinking, start putting in the comment section what you think happened. Are the children enrolled in school? Are they not enrolled in school? What's going on? So just put in the comment section. But for now, we're going to go on the ride along. And I'm not going to tell you what happened until the end of this video, because I need to watch my videos until the end. So here goes the ride along to Barnesville. After the ride along, like I said, I will tell you the outcome of my investigations, my Secret Service mission that I went to Barnesville. So I went to the school that the children were supposed to be enrolled in. I went straight to the business office. It was a very nice school. I was very impressed. I said, Mary doing well for Johnny Boy and cheering him. So I went to the school. I gave the business office, the registrar, the children's name. He looked in the computer. He looked for the first name, couldn't find it. Looked for the last name, he couldn't find it. He asked me what grade. I gave him the grades. He couldn't find it. So I said, no, check again. Because Mary been paying tuition and this cannot be a failed mission. Check again. He checked again. He checked backwards. He checked forward. He checked upside down. He checks right. He checked right side up. Keeps checking. Does not find the children. So I called the United States. I let them know that these children do not exist in this school. So right when I did that, they said, okay, from the United States, they're calling Johnny Boy right now. They called Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy said, no, they're not at that school. They're to another school. But Johnny Boy, if you took your children out of this good school, why you didn't tell Mary? So as I got off the phone with them, and Johnny Boy told them the school that I need to go to, right then the business office man said, I found the children. They were enrolled here one was enrolled here last semester. He's not in this school anymore. The second person was enrolled this semester, but they only paid the deposit and they withdrew the child. So that's what the business office said. So Johnny Boy, they got him on the phone. He said, oh no, they're training at another school. So I said, okay, I have nothing to do. I will go to the other school. So I go to the other school. The other school is definitely not as nice as this first school. It's definitely not as nice. So what Johnny Boy has done is he has been pocketing the money for the very good school that Mary has been sending him money for his children to go to. And he has been sending his children to a little community school. And God bless their heart. They could be a very good school, but from appearances, from what I saw, it was not up to par, not up to standards to the first school. I go into the business office. Sure enough, Johnny Boy has his children registered in this school. The tuition is much cheaper than the first school because I get all that information. One thing about Liberian schools, I said how I got all this information is I'm here to pay tuition for so-and-so student. And because they hear money, they give you all the information. So yes, I told a story. So they gave me all the information. It turns out this tuition is much less than the other good schools. So what Johnny Boy is doing is destroying his children's future. Someone is paying your children's tuition at a good school so they can get a good education, but he's taking that money and then sending them to a lesser school where the tuition is much cheaper in order to pocket the money. Mind you, Mary is not aware of this. She said that she had no idea. She's been paying tuition as if they were going to the more expensive school. Mind you, Mary has been helping with rent. Mary has given him money to start a business that she still has not seen anything for. And the money for the business was not supposed to go to her. The money for the business is to help Johnny Boy be sustainable so he can help support himself and his children. So what Johnny Boy has done is, number one, he has spoiled his way with Mary. Number two, he's ruining his children's future because now they're going to a school that doesn't seem as good, doesn't seem like the education level is up to par to the first school. And number three, he's spoiling the way for other family members because Mary now is done. She is tired of this. She's tired of doing good and watching her good turn to bad. She's tired of being taken for a fool. Let me tell you something about people in America. I don't care how we look when we come to Liberia. We look like we're being joined. America is hard. It's not as hard as Liberia. I'm not going to say that. But you work 8 hours. You work 8 hours. You come home. You have children. You have homework. You work 8 to 5 or 9 to 6. By the time you get home, there's homework. You're picking children up from school. You're bathing children. By the time you go to bed, you're waking up to do it the next day. So it is hard-earned money. You work for that little money. You get a 30-minute break. They on you. You can't be late. You can't be sick. Your children can't be sick. So America has its own sets of difficulties. Now, compared to some of the difficulties people are having in Liberia, yes, it's not as harsh. But the money isn't easy. And I think the perception that people have in Liberia is that money is easy money. It's not easy. I worked as a registered nurse. I have two children, two small children and a grown older daughter. It's not easy. By the time you look at a chair and then day break, it's time to do it all over again. So what Johnny Boy has done is mistaken Mary's kindness for stupidity and has taken advantage of her. So that is, hence the title of this video is Liberians in Liberia need to stop lying to family members abroad. It's not right. It's not good. And when I was on this mission trip, it broke my heart because when I finally texted Mary, she was like, I'm done. And you could just hear the defeat in the text message because she wanted her good to mean something. She wanted Johnny Boy's children. Johnny Boy is 50 or pushing 50. So it may be too late for him to change his whole life around. But Mary said to herself, I will help him change his children's life. I will help them be better. I will help them do better, surpass what their father could have been. And maybe because of the life choices the fathers made or parents made, he didn't turn out the way that she did. But she said, I would change the next generation. And he stole what he's done. He has stolen his children's future. So that's all I have to say. I mean, I just couldn't believe that he did that. If he had told Mary, I just need more money, things are rough, this is what's going on, she would have understood. Believe me, she would have understood. But what he did was decide to be sneaky. Take your children from the expensive school, put them in a cheap school, pocket the money. That's all I have to say. I would love to hear your comments about this subject in the comment section. This is Joy from She Speaks Too. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you later.